Oh, this next story is really something. So as somebody pointed out on Twitter, they said it's kind of like they're making new Matt Walshes in a lab. That's exactly what this is. So first of all, look at this guy. It really is like dollar store ass Matt Walsh. So he is, according to Right Wing Watch here, he's a Christian nationalist pastor by the name of Joel Webbin. And of course, he's going to go off here about the issue of Pride Month. Now, by the way, what has this guy said previously about Pride Month? Well, here we go right here. Christian nationalist pastor Joel Webbin used his YouTube show to defend the death penalty for homosexuality. That's great. So he's found common cause with the Taliban and Al-Qaeda and ISIS. He sees them implementing an Islamic fundamentalist government, Islamism, and he would like to implement Christianism, a Christian theocratic government, which goes by the barbarity of, most parts of the Old Testament. That's what he's looking to do. Death penalty for gay people. By the way, I'm sure in the next breath he'll tell you he's pro-freedom, and he thinks other right-wingers are pro-freedom, except that being gay thing, that doesn't count. Anyway, so here he is. Oh, God, I feel bad for whoever at Right Wing Watch has to watch these things, but here we go. Look, I see a plaque in the background here, 100,000. I don't know if this is his channel or one of the weirdos he's talking to, but saying things like you're about to hear him say, he somehow amassed over 100,000 followers, either him or one of the people he's with. So here are his thoughts during Pride Month. Here are his thoughts on gay people.
When you think of the LGBT community, it's like, well, they're marked by compassion, or they're marked by artistic expression, or they're marked by... Well, don't forget the key characteristic. The key characteristic of the gay community is butt sex. That's the key characteristic. It's feces. That's the key characteristic. It's AIDS. It's disease. Yep. And it needs to be said, because nobody has said it for a very long time, because we're all scared. I don't particularly want to put my neck out there. Right Wing Watch is probably going to have a field day with this.
They sure did, fella. They sure did. Oh my goodness. Okay, by the way, when I think of gay people, or I meet a gay person, I can tell you all, my mind doesn't immediately go, oh, butt sex. That's not where my mind goes. My mind doesn't go to whoever the hell I'm meeting taking it up the ass. That's not where my mind goes. If I meet somebody and they happen to be gay, it's just like, oh, hey, what's your name? Greg? Okay, Greg, I'm Kyle. Nice to meet you. Like, I'm not... He goes to butt sex, feces, AIDS, because apparently it's what, 1981? Disease? Again, like... okay. That says a lot more about you than it says about them, bro. That says a lot more about you. Also, the death penalty thing. That says a lot more about you than it says about them. Gay people don't think about gay people as much as repressed Christian nationalist evangelical pastors think about gay people. This guy thinks about gay people more than gay people think about gay people. And I wonder why that is. Let's stop and think about it. I wonder why that is. They always talk like, oh my God, it's the forbidden fruit. It's the forbidden fruit. I don't like that. I'm against that. I want to do it, but I don't. Oh, I shouldn't do it, but I really want to do it. Like, this is, how many examples do we need? How many evangelical pastors? Ted Haggard comes to mind. Remember, he got caught with crystal meth and a gay hooker. He was well known for saying things like, straight couples have the best sex, and then he's caught with a gay hooker. You have the Republican politicians, like Larry Craig was one of them, and there were a bunch of others that tapping their foot under the New Jersey Turnpike stall, trying to get a little sucky $5 real quick from another dude. Like, how many of them? It is a virtual guarantee. Write it in stone. There is a direct correlation between the more anti-gay stuff you say, the more likely it is that you dream of dick. And so here's this guy. Again, here, we'll play it one more time.
LGBT community, it's like, well, they're marked by compassion, or they're marked by artistic expression, or they're marked by... Well, don't forget the key characteristic. The key characteristic of the gay community is butt sex. That's the key characteristic. It's feces. That's the key characteristic. It's AIDS. It's disease. And it needs to be said, because nobody has said it for a very long time, because we're all scared. I don't particularly want to put my neck out there. Right Wing Watch is probably going to have a field day with this.
I like how he said he's scared. Really? What do you think is going to happen? Is the gay mafia going to bust a cap in your ass? Like, what are we talking about here? Okay. even when he just talks about, oh, the community. What do you think of when you think of the community? Well, honestly, at this point, I don't think of them as quote unquote a community. I think of them as individuals, right? If you put a gun to my head and force me to give a general descriptor of, a majority of the members in the community, maybe I'd say things like, yeah, the gay community, fun, I guess, artistic generally, like creative. They're very open, right? There's an openness to the community, like extroverted kind of comes to mind. But again, these are just like generalizations and stereotypes. Obviously, it depends on the individual. Obviously, there are plenty of introverted gay people, right? They're not all extroverts. They're not all creative. But if you force me to say, I would say those things. Again, the first thing that comes to mind for him, butt sex, feces, AIDS, disease. Well, I don't think it'll be long until we find out. He was one of the dudes in that famous study where they attached, I should say, something to the genitals and then showed gay sex scenes, and the ones who outwardly expressed more homophobia got hard while watching gay porn. I mean, it's a virtual guarantee at this point. Let me just give the homophobes some advice here. I don't know why I'm doing this, but here you go. If you truly don't want people to suspect you as being gay, then be cool with gay people. Right? Be down with gay people. Act like it's not a problem, because it's not, right? Because then people won't... At this point, I feel like most people have come to the conclusion, oh, if you're very vehemently anti-gay and you say things like this, I'm just going to assume you dream about gargling cock. It is what it is, because we've seen so many examples of it. So you're not doing yourself any favors, right? You're truly not doing yourself any favors by being this hardline asshole. And, I mean, another super obvious point to make is, guys, how many fucking things are in the Bible? How many rules are in the Bible, right? How many rules, how many tips, how many ways of living that are superior according to the Bible? How many things are... It's endless, right? Like, okay, you have the 10 Commandments, which, by the way, they suck. Only like 2 of them are laws, right? They're a stupid fucking list. But even on the list of the 10 Commandments, it wasn't like one of them was don't be gay, right? Like, being anti-gay in the Bible is sort of akin to the thing about not eating shellfish, right? Like, it's on that level. So why did this one stand out? Why is this one that people really take into heart? Remember the story of Lot in the Bible? Don't his own daughters get him drunk and then rape him? We don't have people running around here saying daughters should ritualistically get their dads drunk and rape them, even though that's in the Bible. So why this selective? There's just so much selective bullshit. Again, maybe it's because this dude's obsessed with it. Typically, the only way you get this degree of extreme homophobia is they're raised in a super Christian environment, but they've had these feelings and they're self-loathing as a result of it. And so the way that they try to cover up for how they feel, instead of coming to terms with who they are and living life in an authentic way, what they do is they cover it up. They become the most outwardly angry and homophobic. And that's their way of trying to cover it. They struggle with these emotions. They struggle with these feelings. They struggle with these same-sex attractions. And then also, by the way, you guys all know, many of them seem to think, oh, you could therapy your way out of that, right? You can convert your way out of that. I got news for you, homie. Can't nobody convert themselves out of whatever they're into sexually. That's not a thing. That is just completely and utterly made up. And if you stop and think about it for 5 seconds, everybody would come to that conclusion. You can't just wish your way or talk your way or drug your way out of, I'm not actually going to be attracted to this anymore. Good luck. Good luck with that, fella. So anyway, they'd be much better off just coming to terms with who they are and living life happy. But instead, no, he's just going to keep bashing gay people and saying things like, butt sex, gay people, butt sex. Yeah, because, that's a very straight response. When you think of gay people, you immediately go to somebody getting their ass pounded. That's not the way a straight person really reacts when they think about gay people, when they meet gay people. But I think now you already know that. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.